Good afternoon from 41 Action News. Taylor Himnes here with breaking news just into our newsroom. 2 reports of shots fired on the Country Club Plaza in Kansas City, forcing police to shut down a good majority of that shopping center. We have Krista Dubill, 41 Action News anchor, with more information right now. I want to give it to her. Krista, what have we learned about what's going on the plaza?
Yeah, Taylor, this is all just coming in the last 10 minutes or so. So here's what we're going to tell you what we know. Right there by the Classic Cup, where the new Shake Shack is, at 47th and Central, there were reports of shots fired. Perhaps multiple people involved in the firing of shots. Then, a few moments later, there was a report of shots fired near, say, the corner. It's the corner of 47th and Penn. If you're familiar with the plaza, that's Banana Republic. It's the Panera, all in that intersection. They said it was a separate incident. They were searching and running and chasing people on foot, and now believe they may have multiple people involved. They may have one person taking refuge in a building downtown. We have the address of it. We're trying to confirm what's in that building. One was they were searching for in a parking garage. So this is all a very active scene in Kansas City on the Country Club Plaza. So that's basically what we know. This is all brand new, developing Skytracker overhead. You can see the police tape there surrounding this area. Andres Gutierrez is down there on the plaza. Andres, what can you tell us you've seen?
Yeah, Krista, we just got here on the plaza. Right now, there is a very calm scene as police are right now methodically looking for these suspects. But right now, this is what the scene outside Shake Shack looks like. You have crime tape that circles the perimeter of the Shake Shack. You've got people just watching what has transpired out here. But yes, right now, detectives are taking and police are taking statements from witnesses. And you could see that there are people inside the Shake Shack on their phones, communicating with people, letting them know that they are okay. But right now, Shake Shack and the streets that surround the area are closed down as police are searching for the individuals who did this. But again, there is not a scene of panic here. Everyone is just calmly watching what's, trying to figure out what's happened. We do not know at this point if there have been any injuries as a result of the shooting. But again, shots fired outside the Shake Shack here on the Country Club Plaza.
All right. Andres, thank you for that. We will continue to gather information. I want to give you a couple of more updates here. So it's very possible that the people that reported the shots being fired at 47th and Penn may have been hearing the same shots. We don't know if these are separate incidents. We don't know if there were more shots than were fired in front of the Shake Shack there at 47th and Central. A couple of other notes. We've just been told that one... for at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 more people that may have been involved. We've also been told by a viewer who is down there who has messaged us to say that the Shake Shack employees are actually taking cover in the basement while this is going on, while things are figured out. We've got Skytracker here over the scene. You can make out one of the signature towers there on the plaza. That's the corner. It used to be a clothing shop, and now the Shake Shack's been open a couple of months, right across the street from the Classic Cup, which if you've been around Kansas City very long, you know this area of the plaza. So this is the main scene. The search is still going on for multiple people along the plaza. We're going to keep gathering information, Taylor, and we'll let you know as soon as we know anything else, especially about the person who may be holed up in a building on the plaza.
All right, Chris Dubill, thank you so much for reporting from our newsroom. As you may or may not know, viewers, our newsroom, our studio is not far from the plaza. We're just far from there, just away down the road from there. We had one of our employees here come in and tell us that they were on the plaza when some of this started and heard at least one shot where they were. So we're still trying to gather information. We're very close by. We have several crews there at the plaza trying to gather more information. You can follow this on KSHB.com and our Facebook page as well. Actually, we're getting some more information just now. We're going to go back to Andres one more time live on the plaza. Andres, what have you learned?
Yeah, Taylor, right now we have actually an eyewitness. Michael, what did you see? What did you hear this morning?
My boss and I were coming out to Shake Shack, just got done eating lunch, headed to the truck, heard 4 or 5 shots, just turned around and looked to see, saw 3 young men running towards us. So we just turned and ran down in the parking garage.
Do you know if they were targeting, the Shake Shack, or were they just walking down the sidewalk here when you heard the shots?
I don't believe they were targeting Shake Shack. I think it was a parked car.
parked vehicle right outside the Shake Shack here?
Yeah, I believe so.
And once they started running towards you, did they kind of disperse, or were they all running in a group down?
They were running in a group. It was 3 of them, but that's when I turned and ran also. So.
Okay. And so they were heading towards the Apple store down there?
Well, they turned the corner, and I think they ran through the parking lot right through here.
So you hear these gunshots. Do you duck? What do you do in that moment?
Get out of the way, turn and run. You know, I'm not trying to be a victim.
Are you kind of in shock right now?
Yeah, a little bit. I was just, you don't expect this on a Tuesday afternoon, eating lunch, so.
And the other people, what did they do? Did they run as far as people bystanders?
Yeah, a lot of people ducked in the alley right down there and saw some girls crying and stuff, so wasn't sure what exactly happened, but yeah, that was the reactions I saw.
If you have loved ones right now watching, you want them to know that you're okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm good to go. Yep, getting ready to head back to work.
And how quick were police out here soon after the shots were fired?
You heard sirens within 30 seconds. It was fast.
And hopefully they can apprehend these guys quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Yeah.
Again, Michael, getting lunch here at the Shake Shack and hearing those gunshots fired, you saw that, they ended up taking down. And Krista, you were mentioning that right now they believe that one of the suspects may be barricaded in a building. So right now, police trying to do the best to catch these guys. But that's all we have out here. Reporting live on the plaza, Andres Gutierrez, 41 Action News.
Andres, I'm wondering if you can have your photographer give us a vantage point. We can tell you're standing on the corner by Classic Cup. We see Shake Shack behind you. Can you just pan so we can look down the other direction of 47th toward the other scene? So here we are looking east. If we can pan.
Sure.
Yeah. And we've got several crew members down there, but then look, we're going to shoot down here and see if we can tell what's going on. Multiple people gathered. It's hard to see the secondary scene if there is one still further down 47th and Penn. So we'll continue to gather. You can tell those people did not want to be on camera. Taylor, we do want to make sure everyone understands multiple roads closed on the plaza, understandably, as they try to figure out what's going on and apprehend whoever it is they're still looking for.
Krista, thank you. And as we heard from Michael there, the eyewitness that Andres was talking to, he said he heard 4 or 5 shots in the plaza where he was when coming out of the Shake Shack. So obviously different reports we're hearing from different areas of the plaza right now. As you saw there in that live shot when we turned the camera around, we have multiple crews, both Stephen Dial and Andres Gutierrez there. We're seeing someone in handcuffs, we're told right now. We might be able to go back. Yeah, we're going to go back to our live shot right now. You see someone there being at least put into temporary custody right there by our 41 Action News live truck. You see the person in the camouflage hoodie and that dark olive Kansas City Chiefs hat being put into custody for at least some reason right now. Where we can see that person just was handcuffed and is being held in custody, or at least temporarily, for questioning by one police officer there. But that's the only person we've seen actually being apprehended, taken into custody in any way, or handcuffed in any way. Also, we know that police officers, multiple police officers from Kansas City Police, still there on the scene doing a search of the entire area. We're being told multiple streets around the plaza are blocked off, either partially or completely. You see the police tape there, right there in front of Fogo de Chao on the plaza. So this is a very active situation we're continuing to follow. We have multiple crews from 41 Action News there in different parts of the plaza trying to gather more information, speak to eyewitnesses, speak to police, possibly if we can, and try and get some official update from them very soon. But we're trying to get as much information about the plaza situation going on right now. Again, multiple shots fired is what witnesses are telling us. You heard the one eyewitness there say at least 4 or 5 shots is what he heard from stepping out of Shake Shack. Let's go back to Krista DuBill live in the 41 Action Newsroom. Krista, we've been doing this on Facebook Live and had lots of people commenting on our social media pages about what they heard or what they saw in that area, or at least knowing what's around there. What more can you tell us?
Well, one of the things we do is we try to monitor any police activity. We've got multiple crews. I know you were mentioning down there at the scene. We do know they're actively still searching for someone last seen in a parking garage downtown on the plaza. One of the things that makes you a little nervous at this point is there are so many people that work downtown or on the plaza, so many people that travel or eat or shop down on the plaza. So knowing they're searching for multiple people in this case, one of which was last seen in a parking garage, one of which may have taken refuge in a building, down a little bit further west of this particular scene. We are hearing police may be bringing in the K-9 units to help search for these individuals. So this is still a very active scene. You were looking at someone in a green sweatshirt at one point. That was described to us at some point as somebody who may have been a person of interest. So it doesn't surprise me that that's the sweatshirt we're seeing with the person standing with police. But we'll keep gathering information, Taylor, and we'll let you know as soon as we know more. But again, still an active search for multiple people who may be involved, and police now may be bringing in the K-9 unit.
All right, Krista, thank you. Live in the newsroom for 41 Action News. And again, that person we showed you earlier, you couldn't see it in that last shot. If we can take that live shot up one more time, and I'll point out to you where that person was standing if we could. If you see over in the extreme left corner of the screen, that's our 41 Action News live truck over there, that large white truck. Right there next to Fogo de Chao on 47th Street is where that person was being handcuffed. That's the only person we've seen being held by police in any capacity so far. So we are continuing to follow this both in our newsroom and on the scene at the Country Club Plaza. Multiple people possibly being sought after a report of shots fired on the plaza right around lunchtime. A busy situation there. As we learn more information, we'll share it with you both on air and on KSHB.com. Thank you.